next session of the session is all auspicious Srimad Bhagavatam class. We will have some short kirtan, then we go for the class. Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodhanandana Brajajanarandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jai Gaura Hari Bho Hari Bho Hari Bho Hari Bho. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamutirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 9, Text 2. Tatate Bharatara Sarve Satasvai Swarna Bhushitaihi Anvagachan Ratair Vipra Vyasadhaumyasya Tata. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. At that time, all his brothers followed him on beautiful chariot drawn by first-class horses decorated with gold ornaments. With them were Vyasa and rishis like Daumya, the learned priest of the Pandavas, and others. So we'll complete the next verse also, since it doesn't have a purport. So, verse 3. Bhagavan api viprase ratena sajananjaya satair vyaro chata nirpa kuvera iva ghuyakaihi. Translation. O sage of the Brahmana, Lord Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, also followed, seated on a chariot with Arjuna. Thus, King Yudhishthira appeared very aristocratic, like Kuvera, surrounded by his companions, the Guhyakas. Purport. Lord Sri Krishna wanted the Pandavas to be present before Bhishma Deva in the most aristocratic order, so that he might be pleased to see them happy at the time of his death. Kuvera is the richest of all demigods, and herein King Yudhishthira appeared like him, Kuvera, for the procession along with Sri Krishna was quite appropriate. to the royalty of a King Yudhishthira. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stavitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katha Mahyam Tadati Padantikam. Namo Vishnupadhaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Iti Namine. Namo Acharya Padhaya Nitai Kriva Pradhaine Gaura Gadadhamadaya Nagragramadharine. Namo Vishnupadhaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Prashadine Nirvishesha Sunyavati Paschat Desha Tarine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Am I audible, Prabhu? Anyone confirm?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. So this two glorious verse again from Srimad Bhagavatam, because there is no limit to glorify the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's a limitless scripture, and each and every verse is a pearl out of ocean. So each verse contains the unique nature of shining, enlightened instruction for the living soul, the conditioned soul, to elevate oneself to the re-establishment with Krishna and with the relationship. So each and every verse is so important. When one ISKCON devotee, he just asked in one, our senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, that Maharaj, he's telling that, he's asking question that, I don't feel this verse is important. It's like just a verse. How can I enlighten with this verse? Is there any important, significant information to get enlightenment from this verse? Suddenly that Maharaj told, stop. This is bad opinion of Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. See, when you have matchbox in your home, in your kitchen, when you have some matchbox, in that matchsticks will be there. So the each matchsticks have a complete capacity to light a light. You scratch on the scratch pad, each and every sticks are qualified to produce a fire. Is it correct or not? Yes, Maharaj, it's correct. Like that, the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, it's a timeless scripture. If any verse, any one word, if you take inside, it's enlighten your material realm, and it shows the way of spiritual realm. Is the answer given by the senior disciple of Prabhupada. I forgot his name. So this is how so important. Each and every Bhagavatam verse, it's very important. It teaches always very significant instruction for our enlightenment and our spiritual progress. So like this, I'm seeing this verse also. When the scene already it's set by our Grace Madrapati Prabhu, that the departure of passing a Bhishma Dev, and he gave a nice outline. How was the flow of the chapter and all. So here you see, after the main sequence of Mahabharata, the Bhishma was defeated by Shikandi and Arjuna. Now Bhishma Dev is in bed of arrows, and still he has Icha Mrityu by his own father, boon. He can die whenever he wants. So those times there is a Vedic period, I can say Vedic period. There is a two time is there. One is Uttarayana Kala, and another one is Dakshayana Kala. So this two is time is very significant. When you die in Uttarayana Kala, you will take rebirth. And Dakshayana Kala, if you die, you will not get rebirth. So this is a Vedic injection. So that it's a big philosophy. If you go there, you will touch of all many things. We'll discuss anyway. So generally in scriptures, they say Bhishma Dev is waited for that Kala, the Dakshayana Kala. Because sun is changing its direction, south direction. In South India, we can see in Divya Desham, there you can see there is a two door to reach Lord, main altar. It's a Uttarayana door and another one is Dakshayana door. So this two door, 6 months they will open this Uttarayana, another 6 months it's a Dakshayana door. Still it is there. I mean, many temples you can see this, older temples. So here he's telling, Shastra is telling Bhishma Dev is waited for that time to die. That and all, Acharya is saying that and all just a factors. It's a byproduct of Vedic injunctions. But actually, Bhishma Dev waited for Krishna. Bhishma Dev wanted to leave his body in the presence of Krishna's darshan, in the presence of face-to-face meeting of Krishna. Because what is the Shastra Praman? Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam. And what is another sloka? There is 2-3 slokas says in chapter 2 Bhagavad Gita that when the time of death, what you are thinking, at what consciousness you are carrying, that kind of body only you will get in the next birth. So Bhishma Dev is so wise. So he wants to see Krishna because it's the ultimate goal of one conditioned soul's life. So when you meet Krishna face to face, what else you can think? Only surrendering attitude only comes in front of Krishna. And once you in the mood of surrendering to Krishna, who is sitting in front of you, then what glorious moment you need to reach Krishna Loka, Goloka. So they're all very wise. That's what Prabhupada also saying. Bhishma Dev is a Mahajan. And Bhagavatam also describing 12 Mahajanas. In that, Bhishma Dev also is one of them. So when this Ajamala pastime, Yama is describing this, Yamaraj is describing there is a 12 Mahajanas. I am also included of one thing among 12. So who are all following these 12 Mahajanas, they will attain the supreme goal. So Bhishma Dev, Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, there are many, 12, maybe I'll tell in the different classes, we'll discuss in future also. So he is one among the Mahajanas. So when you follow this Mahajan, you will definitely attain the supreme goal. That's what we have to follow our authority. And who are already set the, set the mood. This is the way you can take. You may take. Again, it's option for a Jivatma. When even Krishna is not touching your individuality. Krishna also is not, uh, he can influence you like he influenced Arjuna, but he never come and disturb your individuality because Krishna himself is an individual and we are also individual. Krishna respects our individual, then only this personalism comes. Otherwise, Krishna and me is one. Then there is no individuality. Krishna is an individual, so that he is respecting our individuality. That's what, after whole Bhagavad Gita narration, finally he is telling whatever you want, you do. This is my opinion. You see, the important verse is complete with this is my opinion in Bhagavad Gita. If you're reading Bhagavad Gita every day and you come across this verse, definitely. There are 8 slokas, Krishna speaking that after telling the important instruction, he's telling that this is my opinion. Means what? Whether you want to take or not, it is your wish. I will not come and interrupt you. But I can influence. Already I influenced you. This is correct. So when you are wise, your knowledge, then you can take and follow this. Like this only, this whole Srimad Bhagavatam also giving the option. There are 12 Mahajanas. We can follow, if we follow them, we will attain the supreme goal. So Bhishma Dev is one among them. So when Yudhishthira Maharaj is feeling that because of me there are many humans become widow and there are many animals who are died, there are humans who are dying in the battlefield, all eagles, all these things coming and eating the dead bodies of Kauravas. So he felt very bad. At the same time, in one area, Bhishma Dev is going to die in the bed of arrows because Bhishma Dev is a whole paramparas, what you call Bhishma Pitamaha. He's a Pitamaha for his Kuru dynasty. So the main personality was defeated in the battlefield, and he will not be no more with us in the future. So better we'll go and we will pay our homage to him. That is the idea of Yudhishthira Maharaj. Anyway, it's influenced by Krishna again, because Krishna only instructed you go and ask these questions, especially the 6 questions. We will discuss in the future what is the 6th question. So they will go and ask. So Krishna is never allowing this Pandavas alone. He is always keeping under his protection. Krishna is always giving protection. When the surrender soul is always dependent on Krishna. Krishna's protection will be always there. So he is not simply leaving the Pandavas, simply instructing him, go and ask some suggestion from Bhishma Dev and give your homage and all. Krishna also going with them. Krishna also going with them, Pandavas. And he is not going simply. Yudhishthira Maharaj is a very dharmic person. So he is taking rishis, munis, brahmanas, everyone. Because these people are knowledge carrying society in the Vedic times. So brahmanas, actual brahmanas, they are knowledge carrying society. So the Satriyas never take any decision without consulting a properly situated Brahmana. The Brahmana's knowledge, it will be influenced to Kshatriyas so that the whole system, society will be nourished equally. So because of that sake, Yudhishthira Maharaj knows, okay, whether Bhishma Acharya is leaving, I'll take some Brahmanas and Rishis along with me so that they will learn from them, then they will carry this message to the future generation also. So there is a behind the scenes, there are many details also there. So when I heard the same verse, Prabhupada lecture, Prabhupada is completely insisting on one thing. He is just telling the first class horses decorated with gold ornaments. So Prabhupada insisting, see, those Vedic times, Vedic period, the horses are decorated with the gold. Nowadays, it's we were very proudly saying, I have this plastic utensils, metal cars. This is not opulent. The Vedic times, the person who possess grains, the person who possess cows, the person who possess gold, and person who possess good people around him, he is considered as rich person. And I can share my this also. It's just 20 years back, I can say. Whenever the Pongal holidays and all big holidays comes, we happen to go to our village where the agriculture is there. My uncle is taking care of all these things. We'll see that the important person of that village, we happen to see that he has bullock carts and some 20-40 cows in his home, always keeping that rice bags in whole godown he keeps. And whenever he walks in the streets, every people are respecting him. I saw personally this thing. It's not Vedic times, it's recent 20 years before when I'm studying some third standard, fourth standard time. So we can see the same thing in Corona period. Corona period, we have money, but we don't have grains, we don't have food, we don't have vegetables to eat. It's very costly. We cannot go and buy. But people who are in village around the house, they keep all the small vegetables plants, and the rice will be always in stock. They're never worried about for food. But he's sitting in the city, but we suffered a lot because we don't have sufficient food to eat. People are coming, ISKCON people are distributing prasadam like anything. It's where it comes, because when this our Shivaram Swami Maharaj, during COVID period, he's saying we have some tons and tons of grains in our godown because we are in self-sustaining community. So we don't bother about food during the COVID because we have sufficient vegetables we producing, and we are having sufficient grains which are produced in our own land, which is ISKCON's property, and our temple is maintained nicely because basic needs is food, shelter, clothes. It's all available here. So basic things nowadays it's very difficult to get. So this is the scenario, and Prabhupada going to say a little deeply that we are keeping some plastic things. Those days it's a golden things, especially the rich person, they will use all utensils, vessels in gold only. Like if the king is using the gold plate for eating once, the next time he will not use the same plate. But we are not using the mud plate nowadays, mud pots nowadays. In Jagannath Puri, they were using the fresh pot for making boha, and once the boha was offered, then this pot will be distributed to devotees. This same pot they will not use again. Again they use fresh pot. In Tirupati also it's same. They use the fresh pot for making curd rice and making pongal for the Lord. Still they're following this. At least mud. See, what to speak of gold. But Prabhupada is telling, see, this is a real Vedic culture. Those days, they're not worrying about the gold and all. And nowadays, buying gold itself, it's Prabhupada's time, they're selling $5,000, 5,000 US dollars. So when you satisfy woman, there is three things you have to do. One thing is good food, and silk and gold. With these three, you can satisfy woman. Actual woman. Prabhupada never said the modern woman, but actually the feminine nature likes these three: good food, silk like sari, silk sari, and gold. You can satisfy with these three only. And very aristocratic woman, she likes flowers. So see in this thing, Satyabhama, Rukmini pastime, there is a flower. What is that flower name? Have you read Krishna book? What is the flower? Yes. So they like flowers. The very rich woman, they likes flowers actually. But actually, it's offered to Krishna as a devotee. We will not take the accept directly. So these things are there in Vedic times. We should see all these things. So the real richness is comes when you are rich in your culture. We are deep rooted in our culture. That is the main thing. We can see this the text 2 and the text 3. You see, even though Krishna is instructing him, but Krishna also following the Yudhishthira Maharaj. He is not coming in front. He is just making others in front, and he himself going behind. This is another great nature of Krishna. We can learn from Krishna. So the real leader, he empower the subordinates, and he will support from behind. See, this is happening, and when Krishna is back, you see the Lakshmi Kanta, Lakshmi Pati is coming behind. Means here the sloka says Yudhishthira Maharaj looks like Kuvera. Means he's a king of sorry, it's a what to say? Kuvera is rich among demigods because he is holding the Gajana of Swargalok. So that Yudhishthira Maharaj looks like Kuvera because Lakshmipati is coming behind him, Krishna. So obviously you can connect like this sloka. So this each one word of this verse is really significant and very instructive, that there is a importance of Brahmanas and Yudhishthira Maharaj following dharmic way, and he is paying respects to his elders like Bhishma Deva. He is going to pay his homage, and Krishna, Supreme Personality Goddess, instructing them and walking behind them. These are all things is happening. And those days, the gold is very, very freely used, because that time the real value is grains only, grains and crows only. That is inside we can take this from this slokas. So maybe there is many things. If somebody have some more points, we can discuss. Hare Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Is there any questions or comments? We will welcome that. Hare Krishna. Any questions, comments? I like one Mataji is summarizing nicely. Mataji, you want to summarize in Kannada?
I don't think she's there, Prabhu. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
She's not coming today, Prabhu.
Okay.
Sharda Mataji.
Yeah.
But,
so this is the main points I'm just getting, but like few people, senior devotees, you can also give me some inputs.
So thank you, Prabhu. It was a nice class. A lot of points I've kind of written down. But what was striking for me was that Krishna is not touching your individuality. He just influences you. and Krishna as an individual, and hence he respects our individuality. So, can we assume that when he says he influences you, he guides us by giving the right knowledge at the right time? And then it's up to us whether we take it or we, something like that. Then intuition comes into our mind. How do we understand that, Prabhu? Just a little light if you can throw.
Yeah, you say partially right, because Krishna influences means Krishna guiding you. Because Krishna guiding you through Maya also, because Maya giving beat. When you do wrong, he will beaten through Maya. And when you want some knowledge, really seeking knowledge, Krishna gives knowledge from inside as Paramatma. So he is always there to influence through some guidance. When he is not doing that, he will send a guru. He will send a person guru, and through him he will instruct you. So when you are surrendering according to your surrendering level, he influences and give guidance to you.
Thanks, Prabhu.
Anything else?